Hello, I'm Johnny Drop, reporting on all the breaking news stories that have just dropped. First item on the agenda today. We have multiple injury reports of people falling into holes in their yards. Now, whether this has something to do with the recent snowfall has yet to be seen. More reports coming in as we speak of hole-related injuries. It seems that there is a serial hole digger on the loose.
Now, I just saw a story on my local news that there's someone out there digging holes. And I tell you what, I would love to have a word with them because I too am a connoisseur of holes. I love everything about them. I love digging them. I love sitting in them. I love just going into. Never mind about that, but it's just crazy that they're just appearing all over the place in this town, and there's no leads on who could be doing such a thing, but the God's honest truth is this: I'm glad there's someone out there that is willing to dig these holes because no one else is doing it. It's like, you go on the internet and there's all these online communities for all kinds of things. Everything under the sun that you can imagine. There's an online community for it these days. All kinds of weird shit. And you go out there, and I'm not saying I did this, but a person could go on the Googly and type in holes, and the only fucking thing that pops up is that book by what's his name, something Scrotum or some shit, and there's nothing about actual holes. And there's a lot to know about holes. They have a depth, they have a width and a length, a circumference if they're circular. They don't have to be. You can dig a square hole. You can dig a rectangular hole. You can dig a hole of any shape or size that you want.
Johnny Drop, back with you now at 10:30 a.m. I've just received a report. There's an eyewitness account of the serial hole digger, who people are calling the...
I was out in my garden about an hour and a half ago, watering my begonias. And I saw a man in my garden, and he had a shovel in his hands, and he looked to be about between the ages of 80 and 100 years old. And there was already a hole he had dug. I didn't know what to do, so he ran away. And I was concerned about my begonias because they're prize-winning begonias. I've won awards for those. And I approached the spot where they're planted, and I fell into the hole. And it's a miracle of God that I did not injure my three hip replacements.
Yeah, it was about 9 o'clock this morning, and I received a call from my grandmother that there was a man in her yard that was digging a hole and just messing up her begonias. And God love that woman. She loves her begonias. She's won awards, and I went over there. I was a little concerned because when I go visit her, I like to take my bowel movements in the begonias because it's good for them. That's fertilizer. That's natural human fertilizer. So I was like, is this man stealing my fertilizer? I don't know. I don't know this man. And she didn't know this man either. And she sounded very distraught when she called me. And I went over there. We investigated. I had to pull her out of the goddamn hole because she had fallen in. And I said, "Grandma, why did you go and investigate the begonias? It was dangerous. There's a stranger out here. Stranger danger. We all know that." And then so I pulled her out of the hole. Thank God her three hip replacements didn't get screwed up because Lord knows what she went through with those in the first place. And we immediately called the local news. It took them about an hour or so to get there, and that's leads us to right now. And I'm a concerned citizen of this small beautiful town of friends, relatives, and there is someone out there, and I'm just warning you right now, and I hope everyone in town is watching this. There is someone out there digging holes. And it is a menace to society. It's a menace to grandmothers everywhere. It's a menace to the begonias. And like I said, Lord knows she loves her begonias. And I'm sure there's other grandmothers out there that have other kinds of flowers, whatever it may be, roses, marigolds, tiger lilies, whatever. I'm not really into that shit. I'm into shit. I'm into shitting in them. That's what I do it. It's like community service, the flowers grow better when they are fertilized.
Yeah, I live right next door to Ethel, and yeah, that's right. About 9 o'clock this morning, I was watching her. Like I don't watch her, every minute of every day. No, of course not. I have, I have to eat and sleep too. But, I was out there watching her like I occasionally do, just to make sure she's okay, of course. And I noticed it, a man in her backyard, and usually it's her grandson out there, pooping in the flower bed. And I mind my business. I mind my own business. I'm not nosy. I don't take too much of an interest in other people's business, but I noticed it wasn't her grandson, actually, and so I just stood there and did nothing and kept watching, just like I'm just like I occasionally do, just to check on her. And he was just shoveling away. He had a tool belt with about 4 different kinds of garden spades, gardening trowels, and he was throwing dirt and excrement everywhere. And yeah, needless to say, I was a little alarmed about it. But like I said, I mind my own business, and I don't like to get involved in other people's affairs. But it did rub me a little bit the wrong way on the tip of my penis.
Yeah, when my grandma called me this morning, and she was like, "There's a man out in my backyard digging holes," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Grandma?" Like, I think she has dementia or something. I don't know. But yeah, she called me and she's like, "Can you come over here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." I mean, fine, I guess. And I came over, and yeah, there was a big hole dug in the backyard. There's her, whatever the fuck stupid flowers she grows back there were everywhere. I don't know what's going on. To be perfectly honest, I don't care because I'm about to get some pussy tonight.
And there you have it, folks. Straight from the horse's butt. Reports of a serial hole digger all across town. What's going to be done about it? Is the city government going to take action? What are the police doing? No one knows. What's the fire department doing? We need to band together in these trying times. Johnny Drop here, again. Always getting the drop on every insignificant event that happens across town. I've just received word that there is an ongoing hole digging operation on the other side of town. I'm here in the car as we speak, traveling to the site, and we're going to get to the bottom of this if it's the last thing I do.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that? Do you see that? Oh my god, he's digging a hole!
Some fresh footage straight from the scene of the crime. I mean, honestly, what the fuck is this? Like, why? I'm too pretty to be reporting on fucking holes. It's fucking bullshit. I'm sick of it. Why do I live here? I can move anywhere else. Look at me. Yeah. I mean, I'm out here. There's people digging holes, throwing shit. And you wouldn't think this kind of thing would happen in a town called
El Poo Poo.
I mean, yeah, I saw the new sound tech. She's hot and fuego. Ooh, I can't do my normal laugh on national TV. No, who am I kidding? It's not national TV. There's about 2 people that watch this shit.
Hello again. I just wanted to do an update. I watch the local news every day. I always have it on in the background. And I just love Johnny Drop. Oh my God, he's gorgeous. He's my favorite newscaster since Clark Gable. And, he's always bringing me the news and the details. And I just can tell from his chiseled jaw and his aquiline nose that he loves God just as much as I do.
Yeah, I was just sitting in my room and I wasn't masturbating. I didn't see anything.
I just got Botox injections in my lips. Now I can't move my mouth.
I'm Harvey. You're a cunt. Pay rent. You're a slut. I hate you. Please don't leave me. Get a job. Go to work. Pay rent, bitch. I'm Harvey. Do what I say. I love you. I hate you, you stupid bitch. Ah!
Yeah, man, I cut the hair off of all my sleeping friends, and then I glued it to my head, because I wanted more hair. I like hair. Hair is really good. Everyone likes hair. Don't act like you don't. So, yeah, while my friends are sleeping, I like to cut off their hair, and I just put a little bit of glue on it, and sometimes you have to wrap it together at the end, and it almost gives a little bit of a dreadlock look to it. Don't it? Don't it? Admit it. It looks pretty good. Looks better than what I had before.
Yeah, man,
Well, here's what happened. I got a sandwich and it was I think it was an Italian. I don't know. I eat a lot of sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? But it may have been a cubano. But either way, both of those sandwiches they got a lot of meat on them. And that's what men really want is a lot of meat. Uh so no matter what, I guess the message I'm trying to convey here today is no matter what kind of sandwich you eat, you gotta put a lot of meat on that thing. You have to, you just got to, you know? And you be a man, you watch sports, no matter how painfully boring they may be. You got baseball. That's boring as shit. Nothing happens. You got football. I don't know what's going on. No one does. And you got hockey. They're hitting a little. What is that? Little disc around. Something. I don't know. It's just every single one of them. They're just hitting something around. And what's better than sports is a sandwich. Just completely filled with meat. And that's really what every man wants. Hello, my name's Bob. I am an alcoholic. Welcome to your virtual Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. We all drink as Americans or as members of humanity because this world sucks. I know that. You know that. Everyone knows that. But no one can fucking admit it. And that's why we drink. And I may be your Alcoholics Anonymous sponsor, but I am wasted. It's me, Frank from Shameless. I don't sound like Frank from Shameless because I am not William H. Macy. I just happen to look like William H. Macy from the hit TV show Shameless. But I do act like William H. Macy from the hit TV show Shameless when he plays his character, Frank Gallagher. Because, like him, I am an irredeemable degenerate.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Alvin again. I got a perm. I know those not cool since 1984, but I don't give a shit. It's me, your boy, and we're here talking about the serial hole digger of El Popo. And we're gonna go interview some people right now. Yeah, this shit's gonna be off the cheesy! Now, before we get into it, though, I gotta tell you something. You gotta click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, because that's the only way I'm gonna get some kisses. Now, while I was recording that last video, I had a epiphany. And I thought to myself, why don't, instead of interviewing these poor old women and meth addicted townsfolk, why don't we prank them instead, baby? Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out in the cover of night and we're gonna dig some holes and we're gonna do some copycat crimes. And as far as I'm aware, it's not a crime to dig a hole unless someone falls into it.
Yeah, I worked in the coal mines back in about 1941. Yeah, I worked in the coal mines. And I looked out of my bag. I bought my house in about 1978. And there was 700 there. Or there had a house. Yeah, well, that's right. And
My neighbors were everyone. The people out there screaming for about 4 hours, and I was like, well, I'm not getting involved in that shit. My wife was meanwhile misuse and sucking my poo, and that's I'm not gonna ever let my wife when she talking my out, you know what I mean? And yeah, so it's I mean, it's a concern of mine, but to be perfectly honest, I really couldn't give less of a shit. I like holes too. I could get in there. I like when she get in my hole. I like when my wife get in my hole too. That's fine with me. Some people talk about shit like, being gay and shit. There's a woman doing it. That's not gay. How's that gay? If it's your own wife licking your butthole, how is that gay?
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit upset right now because I just was outside. I let the dogs out and I saw a man digging a hole in my backyard. And he had, well, I don't want to say he had teeth because he really didn't. He had about one tooth. And, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He must have been 80 or 90 years old. We had 3 shovels. At least 3 shovels. Maybe more shovels. I don't know how many shovels he had. Oh, it was so scary. And he was digging a hole in the backyard. I don't even want to say this. I was in the middle of masturbating because my husband hasn't touched me in the last 10 years. And I do masturbate a lot. But I usually do it with the window open because I like the feeling of the cold breeze on my clitoris. And oh my God, I opened the sliding door and I just saw it, and it was horrifying.
Yeah, I just talked to my wife. She was doing something going. I don't know. I don't do anything of the kind. I'm retired, actually, from the coal mines. So everyone in town used to work at the coal mines until they shut down. And now they're talking about taking away my Social Security check, my disability check. I am an old man, and I pray, and the only reason I'm out here right now talking to you, out here on the World Wide Web, is to raise awareness for the people that have been affected by these holes. This whole town has been affected by it. This whole community. There are holes all around town. You can't even walk down the sidewalk in the morning to pick up your newspaper. But there are no newspapers no more. We all know that. But in the mornings, when I walk to the end of the driveway, like I used to pretend that I'm picking up a newspaper, all I see, to the left, to the right, holes. Everywhere. Holes. To the left and to the right. And sometimes I even think to myself, what is this world going to? What's happening in this town? Maybe I should just go sit in one of these holes. Just sit down in there. There's every once in a while there's a bag of chips down in one of them holes. It's open, it's half eaten, but there's still a few chips left in there. And every once in a while I wonder to myself, should I just... I mean, look at me, I'm an old man, I've lived my life. Should I just go sit down in that hole and finish off that bag of chips?